free way to creating social media content. How can you reduce the time, reduce the frustration, maybe reduce the overwhelm if that's something that you're feeling? So, if you're new on here, welcome. If you're a returning visitor, it's good to see you. My name is Brooke Oaks from brookeoaks.com, where you can find tips, tools, and resources to help you build your business on social media without paying for ads. And if you are on a certain platform right now, let me know where you're watching from, because I'm going live on a few different ones. And I always like knowing who is hanging out with me. So let's dive in. Social media content. There's a lot of different things that you can do to create content on. There's a lot of different topics that you can create content around. Is there a better thing to do it around? Sorry, my camera's going weird here. Is there a better way to create content that's going to get maybe more engagement or get more people looking at what you're doing? I'm going to share with you a few things that have really helped me with creating content on a daily basis, even if I feel like I don't have time that day. Maybe there's a lot going on or whatever the case may be. If you didn't already know, I'm on a lot of different platforms. I'm on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok. And so I'm on a lot of different places, but there are a few things I do to save time so that I can actually make time for the things that are maybe a bit more income producing, right? Creating content's great. Creating content's a really good way to build a following, let people get to know you. But there's a few different things like having actual conversations that can do a little bit more for you. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that have really helped me stay on top when it comes to creating content since I've gotten started on social media back in 2017. And if this is something that you really want to dive into, my friend Erin did a really good training. I can share that with you. And basically, it's 5 different videos of tips that I can give you access to. So first, you want to know what it is that people want, right? And there's a few different things that I have done in order to figure out what it is that people want, right? I can just straight up ask them. I can do polls. I can create posts. I can ask questions to find out what it is that people want to know more about, right? Another way you can do that, if you're not doing polls, you can do just straight up messages where they can answer that, send it directly into your inbox. And one of my favorite things about that is if they send it into my inbox, I can kind of have a better conversation with them, right? Dig a little bit deeper. Another thing that I have used for a while now is Keywords Everywhere. And there's like a free version of it. If you do so much outside of what they offer for the free, that might cost you a little bit. Or if you have different devices, you can actually sign on to different devices and expand out how much they offer you, which is kind of cool. I played around with a few different things with Keywords Everywhere. But what's nice about that is it tells you it tells you what people are looking for, how like the different phrases, the different keywords, and it can actually help a little bit with like creating your blog posts and things like that. So Keywords Everywhere has given me a few different options. Another thing you can do is you can just straight up go on Google and search it. And so when you type in different searches, whatever pops up first is really going to be what people are searching more of. And what I have found is if I go through some of those first things, I can use that to create content as well, right? And it tends to get a little bit more attention than something that might have been pages and pages back. There are also a few different apps that you can choose from, and they will allow you to see, how much engagement a certain type of post or a certain type of topic gets if you post about it. It'll tell you what the hashtags look like, things like that. So you can use different types of tools depending on what it is that you want to create content around, what it is that you want to know more about. Um, I have found that when I'm creating the content, and like I told you, I'm on multiple platforms. I have found that just repurposing from platform to platform is really beneficial. Because it brings things back that new people haven't seen, right? And I do that a lot on Instagram. I'll take older things that I have done and move it a bit up so that people can see it, especially if they're a new follower, right? And a lot of the stuff that I've done on Instagram, if it's performed very well, or stuff on TikTok that's performed very well, or even stuff on like YouTube and Pinterest that has performed very well, I can use that. And I know, okay, that's a topic that people who follow me like, and I can create content around that. And the type of content that I create personally kind of goes back and forth. I've lately been doing a lot more video. And I find it interesting because, you know, short form video, those little short clips that you do on Reels and TikTok, you see that getting a lot more traction. But I have also found that the longer content is bringing to the surface the people who are more serious, right? Because they're going to stick around and they're going to watch more of it. So when you're putting more into content, you're helping bring out the people who are going to stick around and look into all that, where the people who might just be scrolling through and see it, they might scroll through a few more times before they come back again. So I thought that was pretty interesting as I've been testing out different things that I've been doing. And for the content that you're creating, so I've done it a few different ways. I've done it where I've planned out content. I'll actually get a planner and I have planned out like a month topic. So if there's a certain topic I want to cover over a month, and then I go week by week what I want to put in there. Or I've honestly also done the flip side. And I've just, if I see something that's inspiring, and I know that people who follow me are going to find valuable, I'll create content as I see it. And I think really it depends on the way you think, right? If you're someone who likes planning, who likes sitting down, Sundays tend. I've got a bug bite right here. I got stung by something. Like, so aggravating. But Sundays are my day where I sit down and I think about what it is that I want to do for my email list, my blog, my videos, whatever it is that I'm thinking about, right? I have one day that I kind of map it out. And it doesn't have to be an in-depth map out. It can just be like a checklist. Or sometimes, like if I'm doing a challenge or a boot camp or something that I know I'm going to need a little bit more for, I might spend a little bit more time on it. But in general, personally, I like to have like a little bit of a little checklist of things that I know I want to say throughout the week. And then I can kind of piece it here and there, spread it out, sprinkle it like fairy dust, right? But if you're not someone who likes the process of creating that checklist, or if your mind just doesn't think that way, that you're going to use that as an excuse, right? You're going to use that as the excuse to not do anything. You're going to say, well, I didn't have time to plan, so I can't do videos, or I can't do this, or I can't do that, right? You use different things as an excuse. And I find it so funny that some of the people that I've talked with, it's like when you finally realize, well, if I just do what it is that I've been putting off, a lot of times I will see some sort of result from it, right? There for the longest time, I had put off doing boot camps and challenges. And I was like, no, no, that's not for me, not for me. And then I did one, and all of a sudden I saw, all these people who needed that type of information. So sometimes that thing that you're putting off is the thing that you actually need to do, and you're just holding yourself back. So just some food for thought to think about on that side. So I hope this helps. If you want access to the 5 videos of content creation for social media that my friend Erin does, let me know. I'll get you access to it. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.